Well, it is Friday in the Elm. I hope everybody is well. I think we're expecting some thunderstorms in the afternoon or something or other. So if you don't have the weather thing on if you don't have the alerts on your phone, you should have them so you don't get caught in downpours. You know, thunderstorms are dangerous. People get killed. So many people get killed every year. So I just wanted to give you that. Not till this afternoon, I think. Like tonight maybe, but just keep an eye out. 70% chance of rain. So sometime tonight. So I don't know what I got going on tonight. Uh, I know we do tequila at the bookstore around 4ish, 5 o'clock. So if anybody is in the mood for some tequila, come through Possible Futures Bookstore on the corner of Hotchkiss and Edgewood. Because Friday. Happy Friday. So welcome to LoveBabz, LoveTalk. I'm Babz Rawls-Ivy. Great rehearsal last night. Woo! This little play is going to be incredible. It's so exciting. I knew more of my lines last night. I was much more in tuned. Much more in tuned. And it was nice. So today my guest will be Lou Mangini from A Broken Umbrella Theater. He is one of the principals of the theater company. So he'll be my guest at 10:15. He's going to talk about the Italian immigrant piece. And then I think the rest of the company, Ruben Ortiz and maybe Colin, it will be on another one of the morning shows this morning, the local ones, to talk about the play. So, and this is a part of the Arts International Festival of Arts and Ideas. So, I'm delighted. I'm delighted. I'm delighted. So if you're around, tune in at 10:15. If you're Italian, tune in at 10:15. If you want to, talk about your roots, everybody's got them. And come through. So yeah, I mean, yesterday was great. I had a nice calming day. Karen DeBose Walton dropped by, brought me a book, another book on death doulas. We're reading one now. Those of us that were at the retreat, and she brought me another one that a sister, Asora, wrote. So I'm gonna read that. So I don't know. I don't know what the universe is trying to tell me. I don't know if the universe is trying to tell me to get right. Because Lord knows my affairs are not in order, but I got to get them in order because, you know, we all gonna meet our maker at some point. And I have to be fully prepared. And that's been on my mind. That's been on my mind since I was 50. Once I got past the age when my mother died, I really was like, okay, now I gotta get this in order. So I'm really at 61, really needs to make some real rules, some real plans here. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to spend my time doing that over the next couple of weeks. By the summer, I should have some things in place that I want to see happen. Should the event of my untimely demise, so we'll see what happens, you know. Uh, uh, we'll see what happens. So I'm watching the news, and y'all know Hunter Biden they don't give a damn about Hunter Biden. They just think they're trying to hurt the president. And it's backfiring on them. Like everybody's like, all right, what do you want him to do? He's not going to manipulate. He's not like Donald Trump. He's not cut that way. Donald Trump is on the phone trying to overturn his 34 felon convictions. Hunter Biden is not like that. Hunter Biden is not like Joe Biden is not like that. Joe Biden's like, I'm a dad. My kid is going through some tough stuff. I'm gonna stand with him. I love my kid. That's it. I'm a dad. And everybody else is like, whoa. No, because Donald Trump would never take care of his kids like that. I don't care what that asshat Dr. Phil says. Dr. Phil is an opportunist and a snake oil salesman. He's a good father behind the scenes. That guy would throw his mama under the bus if he could. Listen, a man that would bury his ex-wife somewhere on a golf course that's unkept, like, that already tells you how he feels about people. Inappropriate remarks about his daughter. He's a snake. Joe Biden is a dad. He's like, listen, my son was in crises. My son was harmed. He's making bad decisions. I'm a dad. I'm gonna guide as best I can. I'm gonna be here for him. I'm not gonna stop loving him. That's it. I tell you what, though, I wish they would get that up in arms about firearms with all the peoples instead of just Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden ain't killed nobody, ain't used a gun nowhere, just had it. But yet they seem to like be oblivious to all the people who are actually killing people with unregistered guns, unlawful gun. No conversation, no smoke about that. But got all the smoke for Hunter Biden. It's crazy to me. So you are capable of dealing with some kind of gun component, some kind of firearm component that keeps it out of the hands of addicts. Clearly, because that's what you moving on Hunter Biden about. But yet all the school shootings all the mass shootings just go unnoticed. Oh, people have a right to firearms. All right. Is it me? I'm just I'm just trying to have some perspective. Because on the one hand, they're like everybody should have a firearm. On the other hand, Hunter Biden should not have had a firearm. Okay. And Hunter Biden didn't walk into any place and killed nobody. He was just getting some crack. Anybody who knows anything about crack, you are irrational. So now you want to redefine when an addict knows that they're an addict. All right. For me, I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm no addict. I do not have an addictive personality whatsoever. I don't. I never have. To me, I think if you're buying crack or if you're getting high or whatever it is, you got a problem. If you got to do it every day, all day, that's the beginning of a freaking problem. I was like, okay. All right. It's like, the people who are alcoholics, they got to get up in the morning, they got to start with a drink, and then they need a drink to keep that going all day. You get up and you need a drink? Seriously? Now, when I'm on vacation, about 10 o'clock, I like a glass of champagne. Not a cocktail, glass of champagne. I like that. I don't drink orange juice, so it's not going, any orange juice is going in my champagne. That's on vacation. I don't get up in my house and start drinking in the morning. I like a good couple of glasses of wine or a bottle of wine at the end of the evening. And then that's it. Now, we get toasty with my friends. We sit on the porch, we get toasty. That's it. But if you buying crack, you pretty much know what you are. You got a problem. You get high like that. So that's when you know you're an addict. Now you might not be claiming it. Might not be. Might not be. And if you go buy a firearm because you're afraid, because when you go buy crack, you don't feel safe. That's a problem. The minute you start thinking like that, you have a problem. So I don't understand how these congressional leaders, and when I say congressional leaders, I mean these GOP asshats, when they came at him for the weapons, for the firearm, for the firearm, they wasn't thinking about the masses. They was just thinking about how could we hurt the president. And I guess on some level, the president is hurt, but he's hurt from a place of, I don't want to see my kid go down. I want to see my kid rise. And, he didn't whine, he didn't carry on. He was like, all right, this is what it is. And that's how you get to some healing when you're just like, listen, whatever the sentence is, he's not going to, first of all, he's not going to jail. He's not going to jail for this. He'll be a felon for the rest of his life. So what? It's not like if I'm a felon. He's not going to be denied access. He's still going to live in his nice space. He's still going to have access to stuff. He's still going to be in the world. He's still going to enjoy. He's not going to be scrounging for, you know, glass bottles and stuff on the street with a cart. He's not going to be doing that. So this theatrical performance was justice served? I don't even know what the justice served is in this. What was the justice part? Because I don't get it. Maybe I'm not an attorney, so somebody has to explain it. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know justice served, what that means in this case. Oh, he can't get away scot-free. Get away from what? Being an addict? He was an addict. Oh, he misappropriated some funds, his own funds. He needs to file some taxes. All right. All right. Okay. I guess if you want to jam him up for that. I'm not trying to make light of that. I'm just like, of all the people, he's not the richest. He's not the richest cat. There's a whole bunch of cats out there who, are hiding assets and wealth. Yeah. So I didn't understand any of this, but I do understand petty quite well. And I understand, by any means necessary, let's take this sitting president down. Which is the craziest thing, because their guy has been convicted of 34 counts. But no conversation about that. Oh, that's injustice. Somehow or other, Donald Trump is a black man in America. I wanted to say something else, but he doesn't deserve to be called that either. Not because he's better than that. Not because I just need a lower word for him. So it's just wild to me. These people are just wild. People are wild. They're just wilding out. I don't get. The world is upside down. You know how I know? Because Nick Cannon is insuring his scrotum sacks. He's got 12 kids. Bruh, you might want to be removing them things. How many more kids you want? He's got the means, don't get me wrong. So I don't even know why this is a conversation. He got the means to take care of all his kids, and he does. So I don't know what the shock and awe is. I don't really care about Nick Cannon. Not care like I don't think of him as a human being. I care about all human beings. But in terms of celebrity foolishness, I don't care about that. Who cares about that? I don't care about that. So anyway, the world is really upside down. The world is upside down. I don't. It's upside down, and we're in a real crazy moment. So anyway, it's Friday. It's Friday, and there are graduations going on all over the place, and it's lovely, 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 lovely. It's lovely to see that all these kids graduating, all these kids who I knew as babies who were born in my lifetime, To see them all grown up and handing off to all points. It's time flies, it moves. And I don't want to hear parents talking about they're not ready. Yes, you are. You made them ready since the beginning. You've been getting them ready. Let them get out. Now they may come back because God knows they come back. It's all right. Let them come back and then shoo them out again. They'll make bad choices. Be around. Let them make their bad choices. And at some point, they'll make good choices. And then you'll be able to breathe a little bit. You'll be able to be like, okay, they're finally at a place they're making good choices. You know, hopefully. Some never make good choices. Some just have a lifetime of bad choices. Just can't get it together, you know. Can't get it together. Can't choose friends wisely. Run with the wrong company. I mean, they just have a lot of that too. And you just have to keep praying, that they find their way. You've given them the tools. They know right from wrong. They can think. So you give them the tools and you stand back and you just let them do their thing. Uh, you know, that's all you could do. And you know, so um so you just do your thing and you let them do their thing. There's nothing you could do. And to my friends who have kids with mental illness, it's a painful thing. Just don't get distracted by it. You know, be attentive, be concerned, do what you can, you know. And that's it. You know, that's it. Don't sacrifice yourself for them. It doesn't work that way. You sacrificing yourself for them doesn't help them. Doesn't help them in the least. You know, it could be encouraging, encourage them to seek help. But if you're the trigger, then that's near impossible too. So you have to deputize people around you who can do what you can't do, which is encourage them to get the support and help that they need, without flipping out, So you got to tag people in to help lift. And isn't that what community and family does, that are at the ready to help you do the heavy lifting when you cannot, So use the forces that are in your power to use and dispatch them to the ready, you know. And then you could be worried and concerned. No, what parent isn't? Even if your kid is doing all the things and you still worry about them. My mother worried about me up until the time she died. My mother was calling my house every single day to make sure I locked the back door. Every day. I was married, living in the house, and she was like, "Are the windows shut? Back door shut?" And me, I'd be like walking around like checking the doors and the windows as if I didn't already do that. Because my mama said, check the doors and the windows. And she would do this every night. And this is how I knew my mom. How the reason why I knew my mama passed, because the one night she didn't call. Like she didn't call at all. I know she didn't go to bed. So I called, she didn't pick up. So I was like, all right. So I had already got the prickly feels at that moment. And really by right, I should have just went over there, you know. But I think I knew. So yeah, I think I knew at that point. So happy birthday too to all the folks. Karen Gaddison, a bunch of people. My friend Jeff Grant had a birthday. Um, uh, My sorority sister Tressa, her mama's birthday is today, and her son is graduating today. I mean, so happy birthday to all the folks who are um, having birthdays and celebrations and graduations and reunions. Don't forget about the Hill House reunion. They getting it in. And there there's all kinds of I think proms are over. I believe proms are over now with just straight in graduations. College graduations have already happened. So now we're in high school graduations, birthday celebrations, that kind of thing. Just amazing. It's lovely to sort of it's lovely to see people um doing all the celebratory things. Makes me happy. And to see across my timeline all the smiles, bright smiles and balloons and gifts and cake and proud and pride and all of that. So it was really, really nice to see. And then everybody sort of settles into the summer, you know. I don't know if I'm gonna get to the vineyard this year. I'd like to. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't know. Hope springs eternal. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, if I go, it might just be a day trip. I don't know. You get up early, ride up there, you get on the um, ferry, and then just go hang out for the day. You know, I know some folks who are going to be up there, go hang out on their porch or whatever, see what's up. Um, you know, that's it. That's it. So I don't know. We'll see what the summer brings. I am thinking about Paris in September. Ife is going to the Baldwin conference, and I might go. I'm not going to the conference, although I'm a James Baldwin devotee. But I would go just to toot around Paris, stroll the streets, go to my favorite vegan patisseries, and shop a little bit and do some sightseeing. Maybe get on the train and go somewhere. We'll see. Maybe I could hop over to London for a day. That's just a 3 hour ride on the Channel. You know, that's not a bad ride. Spend the day in London and then come on back at night. Get on the whatever 6 o'clock, catch the 6 o'clock train back. Be back in Paris by like 9:30. I kind of like that idea a lot. Get up early in the morning, catch the earliest train possible to London, and then hang out in London all day, see some stuff, and then get back on the train and make my way back to Paris. A week in Paris is always a good idea. So, you know, I can get around Europe pretty well. So, you know, there's some stuff that I want to see. There's some museums that I like to get to and get back to, you know. So we'll see. And that's it. It's Friday, right? It feels very calm. Feels very calm. which I like. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty good. So it's a calm Friday. I don't even know what's going on in the news. I watched Good Morning America, but I don't. It was kind of in this morning. I think it was watching me. So, yay! High five, Arts and Ideas. They broke some records for tickets sold, and they did it with the Samara Joy concert. Yay! Yay! Happy, 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 happy. And I'm looking forward to it very much. So, uh, girl, don't ask me no questions. Um, I'm not answering any questions about what you're going to experience. Uh, uh, I could give you any question. I'm not gonna give you any what to expect at the show, at the A Slice. You just have to come and be in the space. That's it. And you know, that's all we're gonna do. Uh, we're just gonna that's what we're gonna do. You're just gonna come, you're gonna take your seat or where whatever, however way you get handled, and see what happens. And it's not, you're not there for 2 hours. Not a 2 hours, not a 2 hour show. It runs pretty quickly, actually, but it's fun. It's so well done. It really is well done. It is well done, you know. So I'm pretty excited. So we'll see what happens. Come. It's sold out now, but I know there's a wait list. And people can't often make it, so get on the wait list and see what happens. See what happens. So, I understand. Let me jump back to some international news. So I did catch some news over the last few days where it said the White House is gonna use the Russian money they snatched to help fund Ukraine in their efforts to fight back. And and what I heard that was most encouraging is that the White House specifically said, listen, if Russia thinks that they could wait us out, they're mistaken. We understand we understand the long game too. I found that quite heartening because for Russia, I think how they win is if we forget that they're trying to invade and take over the Ukraine. And when we turn our attentions away from that, they win. Um, because they think they're going to just keep pressing these people. And at some point, they're going to run out of resources and their people are going to get tired and just start to say, all right, we surrender. And the United States has said, and the other neighboring countries in solidarity with them are saying, nope, we know how to play the long game too. So as long as you keep shooting, we're gonna keep supplying them opportunities to shoot back. And you can't sustain that, you know. Plus, Putin is not a young man. At some point, you really want to spend your last days on Earth trying to fight with people who got all kinds of fight in them. Mm-mm. And I really think it's just, let me just destroy as much of their country as we can so that they'll have a hard time rebuilding. And people, dictators like that, underestimate the will of people and their desire to continue on, and their motivations to live free. I think he underestimates that. Because honestly, Russians could rise up and overthrow him. I'm not suggesting that. I'm saying, what prevents them from rising up? What are they going to do? Kill, everybody in the army's got parents and relatives and cousins. They're going to kill all their people on the will of this dictator? Because everybody in the military is connected to the people that live in the country. They're not people from outside the country who are in this military. The Russian military is made up of all the Russians. So Russian people could say, listen, you can't kill us all. And are the Russian military going to march on their own people? I mean, they have done it. But are they going to do it in a way that they kill everybody and the only thing that's standing is the military? The very military that they can't feed and clothe anyway? Help me make it make sense, world. So you mean to tell me the military is afraid of other military people? Because that's the only people that could do you harm, is the military. So if regular folk just say, all of us going to rise up, what? The military is just going to kill them. But how many of them can they keep killing? That's what I want to know. So you're going to kill all your people, all of them, because that's what's going to have to happen, if they rise up against you. And that's why you killed all the leader cats, these rogue cats who were like, we want a different direction. Oh, got to kill you. But how many times can you do that before one of these soldiers run up on their own people, on their own family members? Are they going to be able to kill their own mother, father, sisters, cousins, wives, daughters, sons? Are they going to be able to do it? That's how I'm thinking about this. I could be really wrong. I'm not a diplomat. I'm just playing one on the radio. I'm just saying, I don't know, but that's how I'm thinking about this. How do these people stand up to Putin? They have these ridiculous elections where he wins. Oh, I won. It doesn't matter. Put your ballot in, I won. The Russian people, there's going to be a time when there's going to be some young Russian folks who are going to rise up and say, I don't want to live like this anymore. I want a different Russia. I want a different Russia. I want to be a Russia that is on par with the rest of the world. We want nice things. We don't want tyranny and drudgery every single day. We want to have bright days and nice things. Right? That's coming. Now, I might not see it in my lifetime, but it's coming. Because history bears it out, right? You can't keep oppressing people and expect them to continue to lay down. Not through eternity. No, you can't do it. At some point, the continent of Africa is going to figure out, under some real leadership, not this dictator mess. And I'm starting to sort of see glimmers of it, that they're going to have to unify, because all the world's resources they have. All the world's resources. Africa is the only continent on this earth that has 3 growing seasons. Nobody else has 3 growing seasons. Africa does. Right? All the minerals that is needed for these little gadgets and things are found in Africa. They're not anywhere else. They're in Africa. So at some point, Africa, the countries of Africa are going to get together. Some of them, a lot of them will get together and start having real conversations about how to be unified because they're starting to understand, I think, and this has been in the making. I wish they would have got here sooner, but they're not because white supremacy and colonialization is ingrained. And if you think, when you grow up believing that white power is the power and the white power structure is the structure, then you will emulate that and you will live in that and you will dole out that against your own people because you have learned well from white supremacy. That's what it is. That's why you don't see the connections. But I'm seeing glimmers. There are leaders coming up in Africa, man. They get it. They are so on it. The problem is you still have colonizers whispering that white supremacy language to folks over there who are willing to overthrow and they don't want this kind of unification and harmony. They don't want it, because being a dictator is lucrative. And the Western world has said money, power, sex. That's what runs the world. Money, power, sex. I'm not listening to the Dalai Lama or Buddha I don't care about my people. I don't care if they don't have water or any of this stuff. I want all the stuff. I want money, power, sex. But there are some leaders. I'm seeing glimmers in some of the countries of Africa, leaders who are thinking unification in ways that have not been talked about in a very, very long time. Not since, some of these larger than life cats were assassinated or killed, you know. And the little plane that went down, how how convenient. How convenient that your vice president and his cabinet is killed and you don't like them anyway. Like you have beef with them anyway. And he was standing in the way of what you was trying to do. So, and listen, I know if those folks are listening to me, they're like, how dare I? How dare I? I'm just naturally inquisitive. How is it possible? Is that the coincidence? Is that a coincidence? See, I just be suspect. You know, I just would be suspect. I don't think people are asking the right questions. Sorry, I had a little coughing fit. So that's all I'm saying. I know there's some folks on the continent who listen to this show periodically because I get the little messages. I'm just saying, listen, don't get crazy. Just ask questions. Just ask questions. That's that. And when you ask questions, sometimes that'll rile people up, get them riled up. You just matter of fact, factorly ask the question. You know, just ask the question. I feel the same way about the Palestinians and what is happening. You know, everybody's like, oh, Hamas, Hamas, Hamas. And now the move is to like talk directly to Hamas and see if we can get rest of these hostages back. All right. I'm sorry, why wasn't that the beginning of this? Why did we go straight to killing people? And the places that we killed, they just made up saying Oh yeah, Hamas is in that village. Hamas is in that town. Hamas is over there. And then just set about killing people. And I'm like, you just want to kill people. You're not interested in getting them hostages back. Because diplomacy dictate you could just have had a conversation with these people like, okay, let's get to the table. Let's work this out. You just went straight scorched earth. Listen, I'm not making a judgment about that because I would have been scorched earth too. My peoples was, taken hostage. My family members. I wouldn't be. You could have told me nothing. Hopefully, my humanity would have kicked in and somebody would have tapped me on my shoulder and be like, Babz, you know you can't kill all these people like this. And something would trigger because I would be able to hear that. Because even though I would be mad, I would be like, yeah, you're right. I just can't go kill people. So Netanyahu was not like that. He's like, what's the best way to clear this land? All right, let's kill as many people as we can before the world takes notice. Let's kill as many people as we can before the world starts to breathe down our backs. Let's kill as many people as we can before the world says, stop it. Then you have to stop it because you don't want that smoke. But in the meantime, before it gets there, we could kill a lot of people. We could kill a lot of people under the guise of we gonna hit these terrorists. All right. And listen, I'm not defending terrorism. I hate terrorists. Anybody who wants to make people afraid to be in the world, don't get my vote. I get it. I hate terrorists. I hate them because terrorism exists on two things. I don't care about humanity. I don't care about your people. I damn sure don't care about my people. That's three things. That's how terrorism has to exist. I don't care about your people or my people. The goal is this. That's how terrorism works. I don't care what they say is the goal or the reason, whatever. There's all kinds of reasons to kill people, but terrorism is a cowardly, nasty business because you don't care if you hurt innocent people, and you want to hurt innocent people because then that'll make the people who you're trying to hurt take notice and hopefully have a conversation with you about what the matter is. Ain't that some mess? Now, if we invoked terrorism in our lives, nobody would be standing. And we see it all the time with school shootings. That's terrorism. People walk into their places of employment and kill people. Terrorism. Walk into grocery stores. Terrorism. Baseball fields, parks, concerts. Terrorism. Highways. Terrorism. We just don't like to call it terrorism on our own grounds. We want to be able to explain all kinds of other rationale, but it's just terrorism, domestic, whether it's domestic or international. Terrorism is this. I don't care about you. I don't care about my people. I don't care about your people. I don't care about my people. I don't care about your people. I don't care about my people. And I'm willing to sacrifice both equally. I'm willing to sacrifice both equally. That's what terrorism is. It's designed to invite fear. Because terrorism says, I don't care about that woman walking across the street with her kids. I don't care about them little kids on the playground. I don't care about them sitting in churches. I don't care if they're at work. I don't care. My agenda and my goal is this. And they all gonna catch it. They all gonna die. I don't care. I don't care. That's what terrorism is. And that makes people afraid because they understand if I'm sitting at this cafe in a particular place, I run the risk somebody's beefing with us, I might die. Or if I go to church today, there's a good possibility somebody's going to drop a bomb or come in and shoot us. That's the fear. And there are places that live with the fear. And listen, I get it, Israel, because y'all have lived with terrorism for a long time. You go to places in Israel, they got built-in bomb shelters, all the stuff, but they're not going to stop eating outside at the cafes. They're not going to let terrorism win. They're going to carry on with their lives. They're going to pick up the pieces. They're going to keep marching on. People who live under the constant threat of terrorism understand that. That's why I don't understand terrorists, because you're not gonna beat people into fear. These are not those days. They're not gonna, like, you bomb someplace, they're gonna get up tomorrow, pick up the pieces, find bodies, feed people, help each other, and they ain't gonna fight back. They're not gonna roll over. They're not gonna be like, okay, we don't want any more smoke. We surrender. That we don't live in that era anymore. I don't know anybody who is surrendering. I don't know anybody who is surrendering. They will fight back. That's why I think terrorism is a stupid way to go. You're just wasting time. Terrorism is a waste of time. You want to send a message. You want to, like, you get what, 10 minutes in the news? And then what? And then now you got the whole world hunting you down. And guess what? They will apply the same tactics. We don't care if we harm whoever's in the way to get at you. We don't care. Whoever we got to harm to get at you, we're going to do it. Collateral damage is a thing. Like, all these shows are about that. All these movies, all these Independence Day. The president is dead. London is falling, and all these other, all these kind of films that, all the Denzel Washington movies, all the movies, all the Tom Cruise movies. So all of them. They just tell us. So now, we'll hunt terrorists down. All right. Okay. All right. So anyway, that's my take on it. I hate terrorists. So, because it's just a waste of time and energy. And it doesn't get the job done. Whatever it is you think it is, it doesn't get it done. It just makes you look weak. You're just going to kill people because you trying to get noticed? Come on, man. Suit up and go have a conversation. Guns. Guns are for the unintelligent. So, anyway. I will be back with Lou Mangini from A-Slice for the production of A-Slice under the Broken Umbrella Theater Company as part of the International Festival of Arts and Ideas. So he's going to come on and talk about that old Italian. He is Uncle Jimmy, and I'm Pearl. But I'm in a different time zone, so we never meet. So today we meet. I'll be back.
Tell someone to love me. I need to rest in arms. Keep me safe from harm.